What would you say to young NRIs who are now starting their investment journey?
It's very daunting when you start your investment journey.
What are some of the common mistakes you see people making?
It's very, very common to worry about rupee depreciation, theme around having too much cash.
I think Gift City is also getting a lot of NRI attention. What do you have to say about that?
That's again a big change that we've seen in the past few years.
Customer relationship has improved so much. Who can they trust?
There are a lot of videos which talk about markets to get your advice and get your news from trusted sources.
Hello and a very warm welcome to Navigate with HSBC. Today, let us take a look at the evolving investment landscape, key sectors, and smart strategies for NRIs looking to grow their wealth in India. All right, time now to wear the professional hat, and let's now talk about ease of doing investment as an NRI. But what is that one important thing that you feel people talk about when it comes to investing in India?
So the first is ease of actually opening accounts and investing in India. It's as simple as opening and operating your bank account in whichever country you are living in. The whole process has now migrated to online platforms. You don't need to come to India, go to a branch to open
that
an
used to be
NRI
a
account.
nightmare.
Absolutely. I mean, at HSBC, as far as I know, you can open a bank account digitally in 4 hours. And that's a major transformation from what we saw a decade back. So I would say ease of doing banking is definitely something that's improved. The second thing is the options that are available, not only in financial markets, but also in order to, manage your other assets, the physical assets. So I myself, one of my first investments in India was property, a flat in the NCR region. And managing that was tough. You had to rely on your relatives, your family. Today, you have professional real estate management companies which can allow you to manage your portfolio, digitally. So that's again a big change that we've seen in the past few years.
And also, there are so many new opportunities that are created specifically for NRIs. I do see a lot of interest in Gift City. I think Gift City is also getting a lot of NRI attention. What do you have to say about that?
Absolutely. I would say it's been one of the most interesting or most exciting developments we've seen in the past few years. Clearly, it's still early days. We still haven't seen the full potential of that route being utilized just as yet. But I think there are some interesting opportunities there. So firstly, as an NRI, it's very, very common to worry about, rupee depreciation, whether it's the right time to actually convert my dollars or euros into rupees and invest in Indian equities. And I think Gift City allows you the opportunity or the option to hold foreign currency denominated fixed deposits at competitive rates. So, you can park your money there while you're waiting for the right opportunity.
Right.
In addition to that, I believe there are some tax advantages for NRIs if you are investing in certain schemes like AIS or PMS. It has certainly opened up a lot of new avenues for NRIs which didn't exist a few years back.
Abhilash, drawing from your experience, what would you say to young NRIs who are now starting their investment journey? The ones who are already invested, as to how they should perhaps diversify or look at other sectors. What are some of the things that both these groups should keep in mind now in the new landscape of investment in India?
Obviously, the advice would be very, very different. So if I think about new NRIs, I would just say simply start investing, right? I know it's very daunting when you start your investment journey. There is a lot of uncertainty. You feel you don't have enough knowledge. And as a result, a lot of people end up just holding cash.
Right.
I am guilty of doing the same thing a decade back. And we know that, over the long run, investing in markets, be it equities or bonds, generally delivers better return than cash. So let your hard-earned savings, do the work and grow your returns. So just start investing. And if you are unsure about where to invest, how to invest, take help of some professionals, right? And get an investment strategy that's crafted based on your own risk appetite, your own preferences, how much allocation you want to have to India, to your country where you are staying in. All of that can be done, but just start your investment journey. If someone is already invested in markets, I think it's important to ensure that you're diversified. You periodically rebalance your portfolios to ensure that it's still in line with your long-term goals. And I would say that it's a trend we've seen increasingly become popular both in global as well as Indian markets is that the opportunity set that investors can access through alternatives has increased significantly over the past few years. So if you don't have enough allocation to alternatives, then there are a lot of new products coming up, and it might be worth taking exposure to private markets as well.
What are some of the common mistakes you see people making? What was yours?
The biggest mistake was
Parking the money and
parking the
not,
money in cash
okay.
in FDs and
Yeah.
starting investing too late.
And do you see that as one of the mistakes that people make? Is it more investments that are hearsay and not run via a professional? What actually happens in the NRI community when it comes to investments going wrong?
There are a lot of things that can go wrong, but I think this theme around having too much cash is something I've seen personally, because growing up in the 90s, fixed deposit and that safety used to be paramount. So that's something which we have seen growing up, and there's a risk that biases our investment views in today's day and age, when actually there are a lot of interesting opportunities available.
All right, as we wrap up, I'm sure you get this question from a lot of people, but for our audiences today, who can they trust with advice? Where should they learn from? Are there podcasts, books, resources that you have used yourself and you recommend to others?
That's a question I can talk about for 15 minutes, but let me try and distill that down in 2 minutes. Well, I think it depends on where you are in your investment knowledge journey. If you are starting out, then obviously there are some great books available which can help you build foundations. There are 3 I like particularly. One is The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, which is a classic when it comes
Absolutely.
to analyzing markets. There's a book that I like called Psychology of Money. The third book I like is Super Forecasters, and it's actually based on a real life study where average people from all walks of life actually consistently beat professional forecasters. And it just talks about how people can make better decisions with limited information. So it not only can help people in their financial journey, but also daily life. But if you are a bit more sophisticated investor, then I think there are a lot of resources available, especially from professionals.
Yeah.
For instance, on HSBC's websites, there are a lot of reports, videos which talk about markets. So that's a good source. And then for people who are really tuned into the market, there are news portals like Bloomberg, Reuters, CNBC. But I would say it's important to get your advice and get your news from trusted sources.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. On that note, it's a wrap, but I'm so glad we had this conversation today. Well, that's it for today's episode of Navigate with HSBC. We hope you gained valuable insights into making informed financial decisions. Stay tuned for more expert perspectives on wealth management and investment trends. Until then, invest wisely and please follow HSBC India on all the social media platforms.